Luck's average pass this year has traveled just 5.4 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's the lowest in the league, and it's nearly 40% lower than his career average ending this season. So, Lewis, I mean, you're watching every single snap. Do you agree with Steve Young? Do you think that Luck has lost a little something on the fastball?
Yeah, you know, let me go back to even when he came out of school, Greeny. I never thought he was one of those guys who had a pure whip of an arm, meaning that when you saw it come out of his hand, that he really had that kind of strength where he was driving the ball with a ton of velocity. As big and as strong as he is, to me, I thought he was more of a touch finesse type of passer. There's no question that now there's reasons why his air yards per attempt are down. There's reasons why you put your Jacoby Brissett in the game on a Hail Mary situation, and don't tell me it has nothing to do with his arm. It just doesn't add up, because when you watch his film, even during the preseason, you know, the talking point was, well, he doesn't really need to throw the ball down the field, and we want to make sure that he's healthy and he's not getting hit, so he's not taking some 5- and 7-step drops that come along with throwing the ball down the field. But to me, it just looked like he didn't want to, or he wasn't confident to. And I think as the season goes on, you know, the proof will be in the statistics and in how the plays are called and how he executes them. Because if he doesn't start pushing the ball down the field, there's going to be a lot of people going, is there something we don't know about this, as far as where he's at, how he's feeling, or really what the future is going to look like for him as far as being a down-the-field thrower?
Yeah, that's the secondary question, which is, if this is related to the shoulder, is it something that will continue to get stronger, or is this going to be the new normal? I'm not in any way comparing him to Chad Pennington, but Chad Pennington had a similar situation. As the shoulder problems mounted, he lost a little bit off his fastball. Now, he didn't have nearly as much to begin with. He didn't have enough to lose any, and it really cost him being a top-flight quarterback. I'm not suggesting that's the case with Luck, but that's the question. Is this something that will continue to get better and better as time goes by, or is this going to be the new normal?
Yeah, that's something we can't know, that they probably have a good handle on already, as far as what this season in particular will look like and how much they will have to manage the play calling this season. And then the future is just that. It's the future we don't know. But look, the evidence to me, as far as the subjective evidence that we get to see watching him throw the football, he doesn't quite look the same. It is much more of a soft, floating, finesse type of ball, where anticipation becomes very, very important for him. Being on the same page with wide receivers becomes very, very important to him, because his kind of margin for error right now, because he can't drive it, is very small. And that's not something you necessarily associate with him. And I think Steve is exactly right. They can kind of like color it however you want, but it is what it is. And Steve has no reason to sit here and try and downplay Andrew's performance for any other reason than that's what he sees. Yeah. And I saw the same thing in the preseason.
Yeah. Look, you just hope that he winds up getting it back, because this is a guy who has the potential to be so incredibly special.